What's up, family? It's your boy Jamal, and I need your help getting to the top 10. Vote soon as the show starts. I need your help.
And a voice that refuses to be ignored. When Jamal Roberts sang, the room didn't just quiet down, it rose to its feet. When Jamal Roberts first walked onto the American Idol stage for his audition in 2025, he wore no flashy costume or entourage, just a navy hoodie, worn sneakers, and an earnest smile. What came next left judges Carrie Underwood, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie stunned. His rendition of Mary Jane by Rick James resonated with raw emotion and authenticity that shook even his toughest critics. Luke Bryan remarked that Jamal sang it from the heart, while Lionel praised the performance as pure Southern soul. What made the moment remarkable wasn't just the vocal power, it was the context. Roberts is a dedicated PE teacher in Meridian, Mississippi, and a father of 3. He auditioned 3 times before cracking Idol, facing rejection, praise, and tough feedback along the way. But he never gave up. That audition catapulted him into Hollywood Week, where he continued to deliver deeply felt performances. His rendition of Anthony Hamilton's Her Heart during the Hollywood rounds left the entire studio audience and judges in near silence, before erupting into a standing ovation. In that moment, a new star was born. Then came his showstopper performance. Jamal took on Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey, blending gospel, R&B, and soul with such power that judges again rose to their feet. Lionel joked he'd donate if a collection plate was out. Carrie called it a possession, and Luke commended his intensity. "You seem like it could be your last time." What followed was a meteoric rise. Roberts made it to the top 24, delivered standout performances of Liar by Jelly Roll, and later songs like Heal and Just My Imagination, each time channeling emotion, authenticity, and unabashed storytelling. Audiences watched a humble father evolve into a franchise voice who sang with conviction and a message. On May 18, 2025, Jamal Roberts was crowned American Idol Season 23 winner, becoming the first black male winner since 2003. His journey, from PE classrooms to national stardom, resonated deeply. He received a record-breaking 26 million viewer votes, cementing that voice and story matter as much as talent. Jamal credits perseverance, faith, and his daughters as his driving force. Even after winning, he continues to see himself as a teacher at heart, hopeful that his journey inspires others. With faith, hard work, and heart, anything is possible, he shared in a heartfelt message to his fans and followers. In the days following his historic win, Jamal Roberts quickly became more than just the newest American Idol. He became a national symbol of quiet resilience. Media outlets across the country praised not just his talent, but the man behind the voice. Rolling Stone called him the people's champion, while Billboard highlighted his win as a reset for what authenticity means in pop culture. Social media exploded with clips of his audition, showstopper round, and tearful finale moment, garnering millions of views and launching the hashtag #JamalIdol into trending territory. Record labels didn't waste time. Within a week, Jamal signed a deal with Hollywood Records, and plans were announced for his debut album, slated to blend gospel-rooted soul with modern storytelling. But Jamal stayed grounded. Instead of diving headfirst into Hollywood glitz, he chose to spend his first week as Idol champion back in Meridian, Mississippi, surrounded by the people who shaped him. His return to the school where he taught PE brought both students and staff to tears. "He never stopped believing in us," one student shared. "Now he's showing us how to believe in ourselves." A welcome, homme parade flooded the streets of Meridian. Church choirs sang, high school drumlines played, and neighbors waved handmade signs. Roberts didn't ride on a float, he walked. He shook hands, hugged old friends, and even led a few chants of "I believe," echoing his favorite pregame pep talk. It was a full-circle moment, not just for him, but for a town that felt like they, too, had been seen and heard. In interviews, Jamal remained humble. "It was never about being famous," he told Good Morning America. "It was about proving that your background doesn't determine your ceiling. I'm just a dad, a teacher, someone who loves music. And now, I get to keep singing." His authenticity, so evident on stage, now shaped his offstage presence. He announced a scholarship fund for underprivileged students in Mississippi, using part of his winnings to support dreamers like himself. The music industry, often dominated by flash and trends, found itself reinvigorated by Jamal's presence. Artists like John Legend, India, Ari, and even Chris Stapleton praised his tone, controlled and the soul that cuts through the noise. His debut single, Let Me Try Again, a heartfelt ballad about second chances, shot to the top of the iTunes chart within 24 hours, fueled by a nationwide wave of admiration. But perhaps the most powerful moment came during the American Idol finale reunion segment, where Jamal performed a duet with his youngest daughter, 7-year-old Amaya. Singing Stand By Me, their harmonies blended innocence and depth, melting hearts and solidifying the emotional arc of Jamal's story. The performance was later reposted by dozens of celebrities, from Oprah to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who tweeted, "Man's got soul, heart, and grit. Love this guy." As Jamal embarks on his first tour, there's a sense that this is only the beginning. The stages will be bigger, the lights brighter, but the man remains the same. He still leads with kindness, humility, and a quiet fire that now burns with the weight of dreams fulfilled. As Jamal Roberts' tour announcement swept through social media, cities across America began clamoring for tickets, not just for a concert, but for a moment. Fans saw in Jamal something familiar, something real. His story wasn't about fame found overnight, it was about faith held for years. For teachers juggling second jobs, single parents chasing dreams between responsibilities, and anyone who ever felt invisible in a noisy world, Jamal's voice became a mirror of their own unspoken hopes. As his debut album, Unseen Light, enters post-production, early industry buzz suggests it may redefine what a soul record can be in the streaming era. It's not built on bombastic production or gimmicks, it's built on presence. Critics who've previewed tracks described them as audio journals, citing songs like Back Porch Baptism, a spoken song homage to his grandmother's Sunday prayers, and After the Whistle, a stripped-down track written from the perspective of a teacher trying to uplift one student at a time. It's honest, it's reflective, it's not just Jamal's story, it's ours. In the weeks following his Idol win, Jamal's influence begins to ripple far beyond music. School boards from Mississippi to Minnesota invite him to speak about arts education. Local choirs cover his songs in church services. And one TikTok user's video of her dad, a janitor, sobbing through Jamal's heel, becomes a viral symbol of how far-reaching his emotional impact is. That single video is reposted by dozens of celebrities and even lands a feature on Good Morning America. But even amid the growing fame, Jamal keeps returning to his roots. He turns down a luxury condo in LA to remain based in Meridian, Mississippi. "I can't sing about real life if I don't live it," he tells Rolling Stone. On weekends, he's spotted volunteering at his former school's track meets and mentoring young kids in the local choir. In one unfiltered Instagram Live, he shares a heartfelt moment sitting in his car. "You know, winning Idol was incredible, but the real win is waking up knowing you haven't changed, just grown." As we approach awards season, Jamal's name begins appearing in speculative lists, from Best New Artist at the Grammys to Best Soul Album. Yet when asked about accolades, his answer remains steady. The goal was never trophies, it was always truth. And it's that truth that has ushered in a new wave of storytelling in American music. Artists across genres cite him as a breath of fresh air. Gospel choirs, indie bands, and hip-hop artists alike begin referencing Unseen Light as an album that broke barriers not sonically, but spiritually. It's not just music that Jamal is making, it's emotional architecture. His songs hold weight because they are built from lived experience, hope, and a quiet refusal to quit. Looking ahead, Jamal has hinted at a documentary in the works, one that follows his life before Idol, capturing raw footage from his days juggling gym class and gig nights. Titled More Than a Voice, it will include interviews with his students, his mother, fellow Idol contestants, and even his harshest early critics. The trailer alone, released on YouTube, garners over 8 million views in just 48 hours. The year closes and music outlets release their best of 2025 roundups. Jamal Roberts becomes a staple name, not just for what he sang, but for how he made people feel. More than an Idol winner, more than a teacher-turned-singer, he becomes a symbol of possibility. As Jamal's voice continues to echo beyond the American Idol stage, his impact begins reshaping narratives in places that rarely intersect with primetime entertainment. A middle school in Biloxi, Mississippi, renames its music room the Jamal Roberts Studio. A teacher in Des Moines starts a vocal elective titled Sing Like You Mean It, inspired by Jamal's honesty on stage. Even major labels begin re-evaluating their approach to artist development, recognizing the rising appetite for authenticity over auto-tune. But perhaps the most beautiful part of Jamal's legacy isn't what the industry changes because of him. It's what he never changed about himself. In an emotional homecoming concert back in Meridian, thousands gathered at the local football field to welcome him. L'elaborat stage rig. Just string lights, folding chairs, a keyboard, and Jamal sitting on a stool. He sang Tennessee Whiskey and halfway through the song paused, fighting back tears as he looked at his daughters in the front row. "You girls saw me lose 3 times, and you told me to go 1 more, he said. "So this one's for y'all." That performance wasn't broadcast on national television. But for the people there, it was more than a concert, it was healing. Behind the scenes, Jamal starts working with school boards and music therapists to launch the Sing It Forward Foundation, a nonprofit initiative aiming to bring free music lessons, mental health support, and performance opportunities to underserved schools in the South. The foundation kicks off with a pilot program in early 2026 across 5 schools in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Meanwhile, his influence grows globally. A YouTube clip of his American Idol finale performance reaches trending status in the UK and South Africa. On TikTok, his music becomes the backing sound for thousands of videos about hope, second chances, and family reunions. Jamal's soulful storytelling, grounded in humility and lived experience, speaks across borders and languages. Still, despite the acclaim, Roberts keeps it all in perspective. In a sit-down interview with 60 Minutes, he says, "All I ever wanted was to be heard. Not for fame, but because I think a lot of people are walking around with quiet dreams. If my voice helped one of them speak up, then I've already won." As 2026 begins, his calendar is full. An international tour titled Heart Wide Open, an invitation to perform at the White House during Black History Month, and Grammy nominations that position him alongside the giants he once sang along with from the bleachers of his school gym. Yet in every interview, post, and public moment, Jamal never forgets where he started. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Jamal Roberts' story reminds us that success doesn't always come in the form of a perfect plan or a flawless performance. Sometimes it's stitched together through rejection, resilience, and the unwavering belief that you have something worth saying. From gym whistles to golden microphones, from Mississippi mornings to Hollywood lights, Jamal didn't just chase a dream, he honored it. So if you're standing at the edge of your own stage, whatever that may be, remember his story. Not the applause, not the trophy, but the choice to try again. Just one more time. Because in a world of noise, the quiet voice that refuses to quit is often the one we remember most. And now it's your turn. What dream will you sing into the world?